Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. It was so wonderful to see Noelle go to college, go to Howard University. It's like, damn, we really watch her grow up. Just like we watch, Sheree kids grow up too as well. Her daughter went to college, watching NeNe's sons grow up too as well, and watching Riley grow up too as well. It's like, damn, they've been on TV for a long time, baby. And just to see, Noelle, she was scared. She was, she didn't want to leave home because she got a good home. She got a wealthy home. She got a prosperous home. She got a loving home. So she's been the only child. She's been through homeschooling for like the last 4 years. So it's just like, damn, she don't want to leave home, but it's time for her to leave home. It's time for her to leave the nest and grow. And like she's reaching a different stage in life where she's becoming a full-fledged grown-ass woman, and now it's time for her to make her decisions and be independent. And Cynthia and Leon was there to support her and be there. Cynthia helped her with her dorm room, and that was nice. But Noelle doesn't have a roommate, so she's lucky on that, because sometimes you get good roommates, sometimes you get bad roommates, and that's for real. So make sure you lock up your toiletries, you lock up your clothes, you lock up your stuff. Make sure you don't leave your shit laying around the dorm room and stuff like that for anybody to play a prank on you or do something harmful to you, like put feces or brush your toothbrush in the toilet, mess with your toothpaste, because there's stories that I covered last year that was actually about African American students getting harassed at Harvard and Yale University, where people were doing nasty things to their toiletries. So make sure you lock up your toiletries. So that was good to see too as well. And then seeing Kandis Mom actually apologized to Todd and give him a compliment. I know Kandi must have paid her healthy. She paid Miss Joyce wealthy. Miss Joyce is gonna be going on some more vacation with her new young thing. She's gonna be doing her thing, but maybe it's actually coming from the heart, and Momma Joyce actually feel that way about Todd now, because she did not like him in the beginning, and some way somehow I don't know if Kandi paid her, but she was respectful. And I actually respect Todd a lot more for sticking up for his wife and just telling the mom how she makes him feel and makes her daughter feel, because Kandi is never going to really express how much her mom can hurt her sometimes, or hurt people around her sometimes. When Todd was like, what you did with Porsha, calling me a lemon and everything like that, like, and we wasn't even talking to her, that was like low down and dirty. But he didn't say it like that, but he brought it up, and I'm surprised Miss Joyce even apologize. And kudos to opening two old lady gang restaurants too as well. And also the situation with Porsha, when her doctor, she has an OBGYN that's actually not from Married to Medicine. So that was good to see too as well, that they're using other doctors. And the doctor was like, we're going to carry the pregnancy to full term, and how important it is. And back in the 90s, the 80s, and the early 2000s, a lot of doctors forced women to go at 37 weeks because it was easier, and they just and a lot of people went on vacation, or sometimes they wanted their grandmother to be there, or they wanted to plan the pregnancy around a certain time. Hence people saying Kenya Moore planned her pregnancy around the first episode of the new year of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 11. Hint, hint. But it's really important for the baby to go full term, because everything is not fully developed when you go at 37 weeks. But sometimes you have to, due to medical reasons. But if you can carry to the full term, then it's always a good thing. And that's a lot of that down south. That's what they go. Like, we have the midwife, the whole 9 yards. Even though Porsha wants to have a baby delivered at home under the water, but we'll see what happens with her situation. And we all know it's a difficult pregnancy for her because of her hemorrhoids, or thyroids. I believe it's thyroids and other, situation that she's dealing with. But it was good to see her too as well. When she first went to that doctor, she was with her first husband. And it's like, damn, when you think about it, thank God Porsha and Cordell, did break up, because Porsha wouldn't have became the business savvy woman that she is with her hairline, 2 jobs, doing hosting. She wouldn't have been able to live like that with Cordell. He wouldn't have been so free with her being so independent. And look at her now. So sometimes, shit happens. One door closes and another one open, and it damn sure it did for, Porsha. And I'm happy to see her pregnant, and I'm happy to see the ultrasound was nice, even though, Dennis didn't know what what a condom looked like. But you know what else? Don't get mad at me, people. I wish, we could have seen this for Kenya because of her age, her first pregnancy. Same thing with Porsha, but her age and just having it done. Like, I would have liked to see, Kenya more on the table, getting the ultrasound and having us watch, even though you can go to her IG page and see it. But it's a whole different thing. So anyways, Porsha calls her baby inside PJ, Porsha Jr. So I thought that was cute too as well. So I don't even know what NeNe was shady for inviting, Marlo to Eva's, fitting for her dress, or try to find a dress too as well. But let me tell you, that outfit that NeNe had on when she walked in there was fabulous. I mean, like, she looked good, even though Marlo looked good too as well. But NeNe outfit was on point. So let's get started. So we have the old lady gang. They open up 2 more restaurants. We have that going on. Porsha and Dennis, they're at home. Porsha's not feeling good. Her stomach is hurting. She's saying that, it's gas. She's been holding her gas in because basically she didn't want to fart around Dennis yet. And so then her sister comes in, was like, all you got to do is stick your finger up her button and release the gas. I was like, oh no. And Porsha was like, there's no anal play here, baby. I was like, go ahead, Porsha. And so that was cute too as well. Dennis was worried. He was concerned. He was helping, Porsha, walk around because she wasn't able to walk around and move around. And so that was cool too as well. And he didn't make breakfast. Porsha was like, I was hoping he was going to hurry up and make breakfast so I can just let it loose. And I've been holding it so long, and my baby got gas. I got gas. So it was cute to see that too as well. And Porsha just seems very happy. And she seems like she's not going to let anybody steal her joy. I don't blame you, because, this is her first pregnancy. It should be an enjoyable pregnancy and a happy pregnancy. And she also feels like Dennis is supposed to be her child's father. And when you think like that, it's a blessing. And only good things can come from your pregnancy. You have to visualize it and internalize it for it to actually come to fruition too as well. And that's what she's doing. She ain't playing no games with nobody. Then we got Noelle. She's having a goodbye party. She don't even come downstairs. She's upstairs crying. She's scared. She don't want to leave home. It's almost like taking your child to, Head Start, preschool for the very first day, and they don't want to be left alone. They started kicking, screaming, hollering, and crying. And so we have that situation. We have Cynthia's mother, her sister downstairs, and everybody else downstairs basically. And it was like, they totally get it, they totally understand. But they were saying, that spoiled ass little brat, she doesn't want to come downstairs. If that was my child, she'd be downstairs. You know how people be talking shit under their breath, but maybe they didn't. So anyways, Noelle doesn't come downstairs. Cynthia hugs and cries with her daughter. Basically, she don't know what to do. She called NeNe, tell her not to come through because Noelle doesn't want to go to college. I don't want her to go either. She told everybody else that. NeNe was like, you better get that girl going. You better get her in college. It's time for her to fly her wings and go. Cynthia, don't play that shit. NeNe was like, I got to get my son Bryson out here to do what he needs to do. And I got to get Britt out here to get working, or he's going to take his ass to college too, because I want them to be successful. They're going to have to earn. They're going to have to make ends meet. I was like, NeNe, come on. NeNe was like, I don't want to hear that shit. NeNe will talk about somebody's kids in a minute. So we have that situation. It was nice to see Cynthia actually call NeNe, and NeNe was there. And so then we get Kandi and we get Todd, basically that the old lady gang restaurant, and it's coming together. It's looking good. And, Candy's feeling a certain type of way because her mom didn't show up to some very important awards, the ASCAP awards and all types of awards. Shows that she was honored. She didn't come through. She canceled her plane ticket. And basically, Candy's talking to Todd and was like, yo, you and my mama ain't talking. You and your mama-in-law ain't talking. We got to find out what's going on. And basically it's about the lemon comment when she said that Candy knows how to make something out of nothing. She can take a lemon and make lemon juice. Basically disrespectful at the time to her enemy. Somebody was trying to bring her down at the time. So Todd is feeling a certain type of way, like he doesn't. And then having Momma Joyce canceled at important engagements where they need to be, and them not being tightness and close knit. And, him losing his mother too as well. You think Momma Joyce would step in and be more of a mother and step in because, Todd mother and Momma Joyce got into it, and they didn't, and Todd mother left this earth, and she didn't leave this earth on a good note with Momma Joyce. Momma Joyce was mean to his mother, and he was spending time with Kandis' mother when his mother was in New York and she passed away. So that's time he can't get back. And then on top of that, to have Momma Joyce out here speaking ill of him to the enemy at the time was Porsha. You know, she's a frenemy now, and Porsha ain't stunting Kandi or Todd or whatever they got to say, whatever they got going on, but. And so, anyways, Kandi wants to make sure that, you know, Todd and her mother have a conversation and talk and basically, you know, heal the wounds. And so then we get Kandi. She ends up talking to Momma Joyce basically, and when she's talking to Momma Joyce or whatever, she was like, you know, I want to talk to you, and Todd hasn't really been having a conversation or spending time with each other or anything like that. Like, and she was like, everything's good on my end, ain't nothing wrong over here, ain't nothing going on over here, everything over here is all good. So I don't know what you talking about. She was like, Mama's what you said about the lemon. I'm calling him a lemon, and Kandi make lemonade. And she was like, well, I didn't mean it that way. I mean, like, you know, you a lemon, you know, I made a beautiful lemon tree, and then Todd's a lemon. So basically she was bullshitting about what she was saying, trying to clean it up because she knew that she was wrong and she's being confronted. And so basically, you know, Kandi was like, well, Todd makes 6 figures, you know, and he's a good man, he's a handsome man, you know, people, you know, he's just ain't no Joe Schmo off the streets. And Momma Joyce was like, you know, well, you make 7 figures. And then so, you know, Kandi was like, why you counting people's pockets? You always count somebody's pockets, because she said you're making 7 figures, Kandi. So the Momma Joyce was like, well, nobody be counting my pockets. So what does she mean by that? Nobody be counting her pockets. Count how much money that she has, how much money that she needs, how much money she needs to get along, how much money she needs to go on these vacation, buy her wigs, buy her makeup, go on trip and buy cars and run around town looking all glamorous. So anyways, Momma Joyce said that she was going to have a conversation with Todd and she going to make it right. But it was kind of funny, like Momma Joyce kind of being negative towards Todd and Kandi bringing it up to, you know, try to smooth out the situation. But little Ace was there. It was like, damn, you talking in front of the kids like this? And little Ace is like, he's a smart kid now. Like, he can pick up that, oh, grandma said something negative. I don't, you know, he probably don't understand what lemon and lemon juice means until he gets older. You're a lemon. Like, if you buy a car's a lemon, or you're lemon, or you're sour like a lemon. But you can make it good when you make some lemon juice. And then Momma Joyce was really trying to cover that up, like she wasn't dissing Todd, like she wasn't making fun of Todd and shit like that. So, you know, it is what it is with that situation. I should have made the stuff, about the pregnancy going to full term. I should have made it bigger, but I forgot to. So we have that situation. And so then we have Eva. She's getting ready to try on her wedding dress. She didn't have good luck with her mother, so she ended up inviting NeNe because she's feeling guilty because she didn't invite NeNe to the bachelorette's party. So then NeNe in turn invites, you know, Marlo, and she tells Marlo, hey Marlo, Eva doesn't know that you coming. And Marlo was like, okay, we got camera time. You getting me camera time. I getting more scenes. It's all good. And, you know, Marlo don't even really like, you know, Eva. And if it was just Eva and NeNe there, it wouldn't have been all that interesting. Wouldn't have been all that funny. Wasn't that interesting in the first place. But it would have been really lackluster if, you know, Marlo didn't come in. And NeNe would have been bored sitting there because she don't know what to say because, you know, Eva's not the turn-up queen anymore. So we have that situation. So, with that situation, so anyways, I'm telling you, NeNe came in there looking good, and so did Marlo. Marlo looked good too as well. So now, you know, Eva, she's trying on the wedding dresses, and they're not feeling the wedding dress, especially, you know, and also before, you know, Marlo was in the parking lot talking to NeNe. She was like, does she know even what couture is? Does she know what couture is? Does she know this? Does she know that? And then NeNe was like, Marlo knows everything about fashion. That's where she saw us at. Basically throwing another shot at Tanya. We didn't see Tanya this episode. Tanya, where you at, girl? Don't tell me NeNe done ran you off. And so we have that situation. So Eva's getting ready. She's trying on dresses. And basically Eva's not Marlo's not liking the dress, like, you know, basically saying the first dress was okay, but it did look like a prom dress, you know, with the bustier or with, you know, it just looked like a prom dress, especially like a prom dress from like the, you know, 1960s or whatever. It didn't look bad, But it all depends on, Eva has a different type of taste. She's not into labels like that. And then the second wedding dress she tried on looked very old fashioned, like it was very old fashioned with like the, seashells like for like the breast part, and then, like the lace with it being like so tight to the skin and having that design. Maybe if it had like one or two designs going around it, and just being plain, it would have been so much prettier. So basically Marla was like, you're gonna have to lose 30 pounds. And then Eva was like, what you mean? I'm snatching. I just had a baby yesterday. And, Marla was like, you didn't have that baby yesterday. And then Eva was like 13 weeks ago. and so, and so then that's when NeNe jumped in, was like, come on, Marlo, don't play around. You be going to the gas station, you be eating cookies, you be eating sweets, you be doing them late night drive-bys, going to get you some candy, some snacks. How do you know NeNe? She's on the phone with you, or she's picking you up, you guys are rolling to the gas station late at night after you hit the bar up. So anyways, Eva was like, thank you, NeNe, thank you for, letting Marlo know that her ass is big as a mother sucker. She needs to lose weight, she got a huge rear end. And so, Eva was like, I know I was wrong for what I did, not inviting, NeNe to my bachelorette party, but her to get back at me by bringing Marlo is just like a low of the low, and she don't appreciate it. And so they didn't really pick out shit. Anyways, NeNe could care less about her wedding dress. She could care less about helping her pick out something. If she don't go with NeNe's first choice, NeNe's done. And Marlo would sit there and go with you on and on, but at the same time, she's gonna shade you, and you and Marlo don't have the same style. But what Marlo had on is what NeNe usually would wear, and what NeNe had on was something that Marlo would wear. So their fashions are interchangeable. So she said, I request you lose 10 pounds. Sorry, not 30 pounds. She said 10 pounds. Oh no. But Eva looks good after she just lost that baby. Come on. What you saying? That's not even right. So we have that situation. So it's all good. And then we got Gregg and his kids. It was just so nice just to see all his sons there, and basically warning African American males and black males about their health and taking care of themselves, and go and get a colonoscopy and get a colon cancer test done too as well, and testing, because Gregg said he had the wrong idea growing up that they stick your finger in you and then you bend over. But he goes, it's more exams than that. Then NeNe elaborated more on the exams where they knock you out. And so his sons was like, we in our 40s, like he got some grown ass sons. Which sons do you think are the most attractive sons of Gregg's? Let me know, and let's see if we agree. And so we have that situation, and the sons was like, we got kids too, we trying to be around. And basically Gregg is just trying to say Jesus is going to help him, and he's keeping the faith, and he's keeping hope alive, and he has a positive attitude and a victorious attitude. And sometimes that's what you need to as well, and then put the work in too as well, if he's actually still doing the holistic, and then on top of that, if he's actually doing a chemo, especially if he's strong enough to do it. So we'll see what happens. And then we so we got that situation. And so then after that, we have Kandi and her mom, Momma Joyce. And then you have Todd. They sit there, they have that conversation. Todd is showing them the old lady gang and how the new restaurant looks, and how it's going to be more up to date and more technology built in the restaurant too as well. And so basically, Kandi was like, let's sit down and let's talk or whatever. And then Momma Joyce was like, we talk about my sweet old lemon. I was like, damn, she had to go there. Kandi was like, oh shit, I hope she don't do it. So they sit down, and basically Todd was like, yo, the comment that you said about the lemon thing, calling me a lemon, and she making lemon juice out of making lemon juice when she met me or whatever, because I was just a lemon, and she squeezed so much out of me, she was able to make lemon juice. And basically you saying that to Porsha and going to Porsha at the time was really a bad look, and he really felt a certain type of way. Then he also mentioned that Kandi has these important award shows, and you not showing up and canceling it. And basically he just called Momma Joyce out on her bullshit, and she was like, I'm sorry, I love you, you're the great son, you're great to Riley, you're great to Ace, you done made beautiful fruitful kids. She didn't mention Todd's kids. She didn't say anything. You're a good father to your biological daughter. You're a good father to Riley. You're a good father to Ace. She didn't even mention his other daughter or whatever. So basically, she was like, you guys you're a wonderful couple. She even touched him. She touched his hand. Kandi wants to pay her healthy, but maybe she has changed and softened up. Do you believe Momma Joyce actually meant when she said to Todd about, loving him and being proud of him, and they're the shit, and they're a good couple and everything like that? You guys tell him, and like basically bigging him up and giving him props, saying that he is somebody. He's somebody today. So you guys tell me how you feel about the episode. Let me know. Peace and my one love.